November 17th in York Hall, Misfits 11 will take place with the main event being not FaZe Jarvis. He's been kicked out of FaZe. Jarvis versus Bdave, one half of the Los Pinedas Coladas. It's a great name, but Bdave, not so much. But of course, the undercard is mostly full of kind of nobodies. I mean, Julie Polka, which was I think was supposed to be the finalist in the Kingpin until the whole thing crashed. And of course, you got other somewhat good fights we'll be talking about. That being Gabriel Silva, the son of the legendary Anderson Silva, will be taking on OJ Rose, who has actually beaten someone who was also related to a professional fighter. I forgot who it was. And of course, you got the rematch between Uncle Pizza and the Yuri Gang TV. They cut off the TV part. I think he got banned on Twitch. But of course, let's talk about the rematch first. Uncle Pizza versus Yuri Gang 2. And of course, the original fight, the first fight, Uncle Pizza came out with the victory, which although it did make sense, I do think Uncle Pizza got the nod for a reason. I did think Yuri Gang did enough, but it was because Yuri Gang's weird style of fighting. I think he got dropped in the fight. For what reason? Because I don't know, he was very twitchy in the fight, and I didn't like that. I was like, bro, calm down, bro, calm down. You fighting on Misfits. You ain't fighting for no championship. But of course, the rematch, does it go any different? Kind of. Hopefully. I do think Yuri Gang gets it done this time. I think Yuri Gang will be a lot more calm, a lot more collective, a lot more selective with his shots. I do think he will take out Uncle Pizza in round 4. Because Uncle Pizza hasn't fought since he fought Yuri Gang, which is, weird. But Yuri Gang has fought in a tag team fight between Dean the Great and Wild Shark. And as most people saw the fight, Yuri Gang was basically 2v1ing Dean the Great and Wild Shark. His teammate, A-Pop, did not do well against Dean the Great. And especially Wild Shark. Because Wild Shark was whooping him in their 1v1 fight between A-Pop and, Sharks. And Dean the Great, don't get me wrong, was doing good against A-Pop too, but A-Pop was kind of getting his shots in. But Yuri Gang was whooping kind of both of them, especially Dean the Great. He has great defense. He got great shot placements. But Yuri Gang has to be calm in this fight, because if he goes in like last time, he's just going to get outpointed again, which I don't like. Oh, and wait, no. Uncle Yuri Gang lost a point because of his mouth guard. He kept dropping it for some reason. I don't know. He couldn't afford a custom mouthpiece or something, but I think he can now, and that shouldn't happen. Yuri Gang will absolutely bully Uncle Pizza to a 4th round stoppage. Uncle Pizza will be like, I should have stopped eating pizza. I suck. And Yuri Gang TV gets the nod. I do think the rematch goes differently, hopefully, because Yuri Gang's a lot more calmer. Hopefully that should happen. He does get the win. And of course, you got Gabriel Silva. Gabriel Silva's last fight was against a Twitter user named Ben Davis, who was an MMA guy. Did not end well for the Twitter guy, but hey, he stepped in the ring. He deserves respect, especially up against Anderson Silva's son. Of course, he is fighting OJ Rose, who, like I said before, actually has fought and knocked out or stopped another dude related to a boxer, Callum Izzard. Actually, no, he actually fought Kimbo Slice Jr. That was very weird. Yeah, Kimbo Slice Jr. And then he fought another somewhat good opposition in, of course, Callum Izzard, which is a weird thing. But of course, he also knocked him out. And of course, he is fighting the son of Anderson Silva, Gabriel Silva. Who do I think is gonna win? In all honesty, I hope this happens because it'll be pretty funny. I think OJ Rose knocks him out. I think OJ Rose has that type of style, which is very bad for new fighters, even fighters who have done amateur and stuff. And that's somewhat overly aggressive shots. He knows how to fight people who don't know how to fight, which is really weird. Because most people, when someone goes in as OJ Rose does, you're not going to try to counter. You're not going to try to do nothing. You're going to cover up, which of course lets Rose get free shots in. And I don't think Silva's going to attempt to counter him. And if he does, he's going to get knocked out. I got OJ Rose via stoppage. That could be hilarious. This is going to be 3 in a row. OJ Rose needs to fight, screw it, Jake Paul, I don't know. But that one's a little less, I won't say well known, but a little less hype, because Gabriel Silva fought a Twitter user last time. So, not the best of opposition, but at least it's something. At least his muscles aren't sore or whatever the hell. And of course, you got the main event. Jarvis, person who's banned from FaZe in Fortnite versus Bdave, who has never won a fight. Okay, he won one fight, but that was a tag team fight against people who don't know how to fight. So, you know. Although Bdave was seen as somewhat as a good fighter, especially fighting was Ice Poseidon's team, most people are starting to figure out Bdave's a one-trick pony. All he does is rush in, throw punches the same way, the exact same time, every single time. And of course, Jarvis is coming off of his Nissan Gibbs decision loss. But Jarvis did surprise me by defeating Tom Zanetti via stoppage. Because Tom Zanetti has heavy hands. I don't know if you saw the fight between him and Jarvis. Jarvis, after pummeling Tom Zanetti to the body, Zanetti still threw a punch, and that thing looked like it hurt. I was like, damn, that dude throws hard punches. And tired of that, right? But, of course, the biggest and weirdest thing, this is a welterweight fight. Jarvis will be going down at least like 15, 20 pounds from his last fight. But then again, that was quite a bit of time. But Bdave is going down a lot in weight too. I don't know what weight Los Pinedas Coladas and the Wasabi LMAO fight was. I don't know what I think it was middleweight. I don't know. But he's still going down quite a bit in weight. So I don't know how that will go. Especially since it's basically a month after his last fight. But of course, who do I think is going to win? On paper, it should be Jarvis. But Bdave has a huge chance of winning. Because Bdave's style, although easily counterable by Wasabi and Nick LMAO and Pineda, if you shell up, which Jarvis kind of does, Bdave will eat you up. And of course, Jarvis was doing good against Gibb, but Gibb was digging to the body. And if Jarvis does the same thing, and Bdave does the same thing to Jarvis, I think Bdave might get it done. But Jarvis is a strong puncher, and especially in the early game, he could stop Bdave. But if Bdave's smart, kind of collective for the first 3 rounds and starts going in the second half, I can see Bdave winning via stoppage. But like I said, on paper, Jarvis has fought the better opposition, although lost to Nissan Gibb. For the first half, it was somewhat competitive. But of course, being hit to the body as many times as he did, he got tired and started throwing single shots. So if Bdave can do the same thing, replicate what Gibb did, which I don't think he will, Bdave can get it done. But of course, on paper, I do got Jarvis winning via unanimous decision. I do think, I don't think this goes the distance. Actually, I think I got Jarvis via stoppage. It will be a very, very explosive fight. Both of these people come in to fight, especially Bdave. But I think Jarvis is the better fighter with the stronger punches. And unfortunately, I got Jarvis via stoppage. Now, of course, these people are fighting on a Friday, which is very weird. Because you got November 16th, Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De Los Santos. November 17th, Jarvis versus Bdave. And November 18th, Pachenko will be making his return. So that's a little weird. We'll be making a video on Pachenko? No, we will not. It will not really need one. But of course, the next video will be David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andre. And of course, the undercard, very stacked. But anyways, like I said, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.